What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I'd like to say, I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. Not letting no negative energy stop y'all positive energy. And as you can see by the title, right, I want to talk to y'all about spiritual bank accounts, man. So, as you know, we work these jobs, we get money, etc., and we put the money into our bank account, right? We put the money into our bank account, right? So what you have to realize is money is just another form of energy. It's just another source of energy. Because when you go to work and you work these jobs, you exchange your energy for 8 hours to 10 hours, 5 hours, etc. However many hours you work in a day, you exchange your physical energy to put these hours in on the clock, and so you can get some physical currency, right? And then what you do with that currency, depending on what your situation is, you put that money into your bank account so you can be prepared for something pops up in this physical world, right? So with the spiritual bank accounts, just like I dropped this spiritual deposit video a couple of days ago. Well, I dropped this video, the spiritual deposit video today, and I'm filming this video today, but I'm probably going to drop this video in a few days. Just like I dropped the spiritual deposits video, right? Spiritual deposits are things you're going to want to do to prepare you. It's things you want to do so you can have positive energy put to the side so you can deal with the negative energy, right? So your spiritual bank account will be where you hold that positive energy, right? So for example, just like you will run into a situation in the physical world and you have your bank account, let me go into my bank account and take this money out so I can deal with this physical situation. It's the same thing with your spiritual bank account. But you're gonna wanna, just like money is a source of energy, right? And you put the money to the side, you're gonna wanna have some positive energy or something that you do and put that to the side. So when some negative energy approaches you or some negative situations or some bad vibes or you getting some bad vibes from people around you, you can go into that spiritual bank account and take that positive energy that you deposited into your spiritual bank account, and you can use that spiritual energy to deal with anything you're dealing with in the physical world, right? Because you may be under a spiritual attack, and that spiritual attack is affecting you in the physical world, right? So just like you would prepare for something, like something that pops up, you got a flat tire, you got to get your car worked on, you put money in your bank account, your physical bank account. Now, say for instance, you got to go to work, or something just pops up randomly. Some random drama or some random confusion in your life pops up randomly. You're gonna want to go into that spiritual bank account like, okay, boom. I was working out all weekend and I got all of this positive energy that I put to the side. Because you have to understand when you have interactions with people or just when you go throughout the day, your energy goes from high vibration, low vibration, high vibration, low vibration. So you don't always want to be just, I'm not gonna say you don't always want to be in a high vibration, but you're gonna have to make balance because somebody can tell you something positive, it's gonna raise your vibration. Somebody's gonna tell you something, and you can't always just stay at the high vibration. As bad as you'll like to, this is a matrix. So you have to understand that when you're at the high vibration, you're going to get attacked as well. You have to understand you're going to get attacked when you're at the high vibration, but you also have to understand when you're at the high vibration, when you up, you can only go down. You know what I'm saying? So when you down, you have to have stuff that you can do to try to bring you back up real quick. You got to go into your spiritual bank account. Okay, I deposited this technique that I learned, this breathing technique. So when I'm around some negative energy, or if I feel like, you know, I'm around some bad vibes or something, or some negative energy, right? Let me go into my spiritual bank account and get these breathing techniques that I learned about that help me when I'm around negative energy, so I can keep my vibration high. Let me go into my spiritual bank account and get these breathing techniques out, Or let me go into my spiritual bank account. I feel some negative energy. I'm getting some bad vibes from people. I've been studying, I've been looking at these little stretches that you can do and they'll help relieve stress. So let me go do it. Let me just walk to the bathroom real quick and go into the stall and just do a few stretches real quick. Let me go into my spiritual bank account, walk into the bathroom and do a few stretches because I'm at work and I'm getting some negative energy. I don't want to react in a negative way. You feel me? So let me go into my bank account because this is a problem. This is a spiritual problem. People at your job messing with you, or you in traffic, it's road rage, or you getting into it with your family. Let me go into my spiritual bank account and get this deposit that I deposited in earlier. You may be looking at some ways to ease your stress with breathing techniques, and you learn that, you program that into your subconscious, you learn how to do that, you practice it. So that's a spiritual deposit you put into your bank account, these breathing techniques. You know what I'm saying? That's a spiritual deposit. Let me spiritually deposit this into my spiritual bank account. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me deposit this breathing technique. This is the deposit, right? So when I need that technique later for this physical world, you know what I'm saying? Or for the spiritual world, I can go into my spiritual bank account. Let me do these breathing techniques that I learned about a few days ago to help me keep my vibration high when I'm around negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Bam, let me get that spiritual deposit I deposited. Or let me go into my spiritual bank account and and do some stretches, do some yoga to help relieve the stress that I'm about to be around for 8 hours, for the next 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or let me go into my spiritual bank account and 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 and, and get some. I ain't gonna say nothing physical, because like I said, let me get some healing crystals or something to deal with the negative energy in the physical world. But this video is about spiritual bank accounts, and I'll make a video about physical things you can use in the physical world to help you protect you from the spiritual world. I'll make a video about that too. But this is a spiritual bank account video of things, or because everybody's different, right? Everybody's different. Everybody has things that they do to help them ease their stress, ease their anxiety on a daily basis. And the things that you do, the things that you learn, those are just spiritual deposits that you're depositing within yourself. So when a moment comes up or when a time comes up and you vibrating low, or somebody's hitting you with some negative energy and you don't know how to handle it, you don't want to react in a negative way that can possibly jeopardize all of your stuff, you go into your spiritual bank account. Boom, let me go into my spiritual bank account. Let me get this positive energy, or let me get this breathing technique that I learned about, so I can raise my vibration around this negative energy. You know what I'm saying? That's the spiritual bank account. It's uh uh it's how can I say this? Your spiritual bank account is a place. Your spiritual bank account is a spiritual thing that lies within yourself, that you can deposit spiritual deposits into to help you deal with the negative energy and the negative, and I mean in the physical and the spiritual world. So it's all up here, right? It's all up here. The spiritual bank account, the spiritual deposits. It's nothing physical, it's spiritual. So the spiritual bank account is going to be this, let's see, a certain, a spiritual bank account is a group of activities in which you can participate in while you're going through some negative energy to help raise your vibration. You know what I'm saying? And the deposits are things that you're learning or things that you're making yourself aware of that you can do while you're around this negative energy. So say, for instance, you're not really, you deal with a lot of negative energy on a daily basis. You're not really trying to deal with this shit. And how can I say this? I'm gonna just let this energy flow, right? Say you're dealing with negative energy on a daily basis, right? And you don't really know how to deal with it, right? So a spiritual deposit, so you can deal with the negative energy, would be like, let me start exercising, so I can I can be more calm and be more patient when I get around this negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Or let me start eating healthy, so I can be less irritable when I'm around this negative energy, and I'll be able to deal with it easier. You know what I'm saying? Those are spiritual deposits, you know? And then the spiritual bank account is like, okay, I got this, or I got this energy from eating healthy that's put to the side. I got this positive energy from exercising that's put to the side. You know what I'm saying? I have these breathing techniques that I can use when I'm around some negative energy to raise my vibration and help me prepare and deal with the negative energy around me. You know what I'm saying? I have this this walk I can go for, this workout routine I created, so I can just ease my stress and my anxiety, or any depression or any depressing thoughts I'm having, and I can raise my vibration. These are all spiritual deposits. This is your spiritual bank account. It's important to have a physical bank account. So depending on what you do, you may not even need a physical bank account, but the physical bank accounts that we have in this reality, in this life, right, we put money into it, so when situations pop up, we can deal with them situations in the physical world, right? A tire go out, you need to get an oil change, You need to do this. You need to, you need to get groceries and all this, all the physical stuff, right? So we save up money just to be prepared. You have to do the same thing with the spiritual world. You can't be so detached from the spiritual world that you're just living in the physical. You have to put positive energy to the side. You have to have techniques and things that you do that you put into your spiritual bank account that's just sitting right there. So when the time comes, like when the time approaches itself, when you have to, when the time approaches itself, when you're dealing with some negative energy, you can go into that spiritual bank account just like you go into that physical bank account when the time approaches, when you're dealing with some bull stuff on the physical, a tire, oil change, etc. You can go into that physical bank account and get out a couple dollars and take care of what you need to take care of without you losing your mind and going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the spiritual. Somebody's giving you bad vibes at work. You don't want to mess around and crash out and get into it with this person and lose your job. So you say, let me go into my spiritual bank account and let me see what I got in my spiritual bank account that I can use right now to help me in this spiritual situation where I'm getting some negative energy. Because it's all spiritual. So you get some negative energy from your coworkers or wherever you at, right? So you go to the bathroom. Let me look into my spiritual bank account. Okay, I got some breathing techniques. All right. I got some stretches I can do. Okay. Just like your physical bank account. Let me look into my physical bank account. I got a flat tire. Okay. So I got 100 in my savings. I got 1,000 in my savings. I got 100 in my checkings, or I got 50 in my whatever your shit is. 50 in my checkings. I got 50 in my motherfucking savings, or whatever your shit is. And let me go take 50 out of this, and let me deposit this so I can take care, or let me take 50 out of this and pay for this. Just like if you're in an environment Monday through Friday, and when you're dealing with negative energy, okay, it's Saturday, let me make this spiritual deposit and just get out of the city, get out the area. Let me go to an area where it's peaceful. Because I know Monday through Friday, I'm gonna have to be back in this environment. It's not a choice. I have to be back in this environment. Most people have to work their jobs. They have no choice to leave their job. So Monday through Friday, I have to be in this environment. So on Saturday and Sunday, let me just hit the road and make this spiritual deposit and get some positive energy so I can deposit this into my bank account. So even when I go back to work on Monday, if I don't have no breathing technique or no stretches I can just take myself to this place that I went over the weekend and just because I'm going to this place on the weekend. This is you. And Monday through Friday, you're working in an environment that's full of negative energy. So Saturday and Sunday, you take yourself to a beach. You drive way to San Diego and go to the beach. You drive somewhere far and go to a beach or go to a mountain or something, right? A beautiful sight, a beautiful view, just peaceful, just birds chirping, nature, just peaceful, right? Beautiful, peaceful view, beautiful sight. Good vibes, right? So then after you enjoy your weekend, your beautiful weekend, your good vibes and all that, you go back to the workplace full of the negative energy. You're getting negative energy, right? It's getting to you. It's starting to get to you. So what you can do, because that weekend was a spiritual deposit, all that positive energy, the beautiful view and all that, all the good vibes, the birds chirping, the nature surroundings and all that, that was a spiritual deposit. So once you dealing with this negative energy in your workplace, you can go into the bathroom and just close your eyes and think. Or you can even just sit there and just take yourself to that place. Go into your spiritual bank account and take yourself to that place where you were just at peace. You was just vibrating high. You know what I'm saying? You was just listening to the birds chirp. It was just silence. It was just a beautiful view, good vibes. Take yourself to that place so you can raise your vibration. That's a spiritual deposit. That's your spiritual bank account. It doesn't have to be things you can do too. I'm just giving y'all examples. It could be a thought in your head that makes you happy. It could be a time where when you was in middle school and some funny ass shit happened, right? And you just think about that when you vibrating low or you got some negative energy. You're an adult. This happened when you was 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? Something funny happened in middle school. And that could be something that makes you laugh all the time. It puts you in a good mood no matter what you're around. So that thought could go into your spiritual bank account. Like, damn, I remember such and such was riding the bike. We was riding the bike, you know what I'm saying? We was riding down the street. We all had our bikes, and the motherfucking tire fell off, and he flew forward and flew over the handlebars. That's something that you can think about like, damn, that shit was funny. So when some negative shit happens, you got that positive thought that makes you laugh, makes you feel good inside, raises your vibration. You riding your bike, the homie get broke off. Then y'all riding bikes, y'all racing, and you look back, a motherfucker wheel fall off, and they fly over the hand. That's some funny shit. That's something you can think about. That's something you can think about when you vibrating low. You at your work. That's That's in your spiritual bank account. Let me get this. This is funny, right? Let me deposit this into my spiritual bank account. When old dude fell off the bike, we were riding the bikes and shit. We skating. Somebody hit a pebble and got broke off. That's something funny. It's not fucked up. When you growing up, you all have situations you go through with your friends or something, motherfucker fall or something funny happens. You always remember that shit through your childhood. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a child, you're not thinking like, this is my real friend. You just a kid having fun. So you could think about some stuff that happened when you was a child, when you was a kid in your childhood days. You know what I'm saying? That made you laugh, that made you feel good even as an adult, you know what I'm saying? And that could be something that raises your vibration. It's something that you put into your spiritual bank account, you feel me? So let me think about a time where I was and I just lost my train of thought. I just saw something right here. But you can be like, let me think about a time that let me think about a time where some funny stuff happened, and you just hold on to that thought. Okay, let me put that into my spiritual bank account. So when some negative energy approaches you, you can go like, yeah, let me just think about this, and it's gonna raise your vibration instead of having you vibrating low. These are things. These are examples of spiritual deposits. You know what I'm saying? Things that you can go to later. Your bank account is gonna be where you put these things at in your mind. Okay, your spiritual bank account is where you put these things at in your mind. Okay, you know, I know I may have to deal with it because this world, working and paying bills, it's a lot of negative energy associated with this life that we're living, going to work and having to pay bills, and we may not see that on a daily basis. So you want to have some stuff put to the side where you can deal with the negative energy that we're dealing with. Going to work and having to pay bills, that's a lot of negative energy associated with that. So you don't want to just be, you know. And I saw some shit right here, lost my train of, but I'm not gonna talk about that, you know. I'm not worried about that. I'm giving y'all this video. I'm giving y'all this download. Giving y'all this download. So let me stay focused right here, man. So you're gonna want to put these things to the side. So when some negative energy approaches you or any negative situations approach you, you can go into your spiritual bank account. I'm not gonna make this video too long because I said most of what I had to say. I just want to touch up on a few things so I can make sure I made my point with this video, you know. So you know you got to go to work. I'm gonna just make this video a few more minutes, probably like 20 more minutes, and I'm gonna start. Just want to say this again real quick. You know you have to go to work and deal with your coworkers for the week. So you make that deposit. You go over the weekend. You go. Spiritual deposits are positive deposits. You know, spiritual withdrawals will be stuff that you do is gonna have you spiritually broke, spiritually dead, like getting faded, destroying your body. You know what I'm saying? Constantly engaging in lust, just useless sex. Those are spiritual withdrawals, right? So the spiritual deposits are gonna have you. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual deposits in the spiritual bank account are going to be things that raise your vibration. I said everything I had to say in this video. You know what I'm saying? I said everything I had to say in this video. I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. I'm going to just touch up on it again real quick. Your spiritual deposits, I made a video about this recently. Your spiritual deposits are things that you do that you can go back to later. Like, okay, let me eat this healthy food. So later on, I'll have some good energy to deal with the negative world or the negative energy around me. And your spiritual bank account is all the things that you know you can do or that you have done or places you can take yourself in your head when you're around negative energy just to keep your vibration high for the time being so you can get through that negative situation. Spiritual bank account could be full of thoughts that you were thinking or thoughts that you had when you was out at a beautiful view. You was at a view, you know what I'm saying, of the ocean or of the shoreline with the sunset. That's a spiritual deposit you can put into your spiritual bank account. So when some negative energy, that's a spiritual deposit you can put into your bank account. So when some negative energy approaches you, you can think like, damn, remember that view I was viewing? I was looking at the shoreline, the sun setting across the ocean. That was a peaceful moment. Let me just think about that. Let me look forward to that again. I can go do that this weekend. That's gonna raise my vibration again, and I'll be able to get through this and still have my job, still have my relationship, still have my et cetera, whatever you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, not crash out and lose. You still have that, and you still be able to enjoy. You'll still be able to be in that moment and enjoy whatever you're. How can I say this shit? I just said this shit right now. You go to that positive place, so you'll be able to get through the negative moment that you're in right now, right? And then you have something to look forward to. Like, okay, I'm gonna take myself to this. I'm not. You're not even thinking about the work. So you're at work, but you're thinking about some other shit. You're thinking about the weekend vacation you took. So now you have something to look forward to. Also, when you get through the work week, you know what I'm saying? That's besides the point. But the spiritual bank account is going to be things, a group of activities or things that you can do to raise your vibration when you're dealing with the negative energy. I ain't gonna make this video too long, you know what I'm saying? I hope all y'all vibrate at a high frequency. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.